Okay, I'm on to my third card, or halfway through the 6 cards I've got. As I said, I think 8 cards will do me a full day, I reckon. You know, this sort of stuff. But, you know, a trip like this would take like 4 cards, I suppose, maybe 4.5. Oh, maybe it's a 10 card day, I don't know. But I think, you know, rather than risk life on him going up there for the clinker, it would be wiser to walk down onto it and maybe tie a rope around one of those trees and, you know, with some knots on it or something, and come down to the promised land later on in the season, you know, onto the portfolio site. I've never done that before. It'd have to be a pretty long rope, 50-metre rope. Yeah, I reckon 50 metres would do it. Yeah, at least you get down into the basic central area of it, and you can do the clinker and come down and look at the plants then. I think that's a plan, because we've got so many other trips to do, you know. And as I said, I've already put footage up here of the site, and I've got, as I said, I've got other footage from 2010 trapped on the laptop, which I might have a go this weekend, because now my son's got his new computer. He's going to be on his new computer all the time, so I have all access to, whenever I want to go on the computer I can now, the old computer. So, you know, and his new computer might be able to actually boot up the old laptop, I don't know. I might ask to see if my son can do that, you know, rather than taking it back to the shop and paying another $250 or what it was. They did a really good job though. I did it over, I think I did it overnight actually, and we took it in the afternoon and it was ready the following afternoon, which was, I was pretty impressed by. And it came back with, you know, 6 discs or something. So whether one of those discs contains all the video files and another disc contains all the images, and I don't actually have to boot it up at all, I just have to look at them on a disc, I don't know. I don't know how much you can compress to a disc. I mean, they used to say a disc could hold a lot or something, and when I went to try and make a video or something on a disc, what was it, in 2012, make my own little DVD, I think you could barely get 2 hours on them or something. Yeah, which, you know, being a you know, like in a 4 to 5 hour movie segment, you know, sort of length of DVD, you know, I like a nice good JFK documentary, you know, 2.5 hours, you know. I like the extended version that had the extra hour with the, not Peter Garrett, the Garrison tape or something on it. With that, I found the Garrison tape very interesting, but that was only on, I think, when it was on VHS or something. I don't know if you can still get that as part of a box set, or whether you can now watch it on YouTube. Someone has uploaded it separately to YouTube or something. But I think it's called the Garrison tapes or something. It's about like an hour's documentary, and I found that even more interesting than the JFK thing. You know, I bought the FBI Files Series 1 and 2 and things like that. I sort of, but as I said, I'm finding my attention span is now about 20 minutes, so I basically watch now. I watch 20 minutes, I watch another 20 minutes the next night, and another 20. So basically I do an hour's program in 3 nights, basically. And that's all I can basically handle these days. So, yeah. But I hope you appreciate me making the effort so you can actually see what it looks like before the rains come. And you've got to see the flowers before they've even quite opened. So, you know, you'll be seeing clay foliage from row to go sort of thing. And that could even be another orchid or something else coming up there. Yes, it's an orchid. I don't know what type. It may have even finished. Could be one of those other ones that's finished, I don't know. But as I said, in my travels in this area, I've come across about 14 different species, including one I've never... Ah, they are. Well, there you go. Now, if I focus in on these things, I won't even have to, you know, mess around. I can just like do that and there, and I should get some pretty... So where are the flowers on those ones? Yeah, they've come up without the flowers, so that's oh well, look at that one, working on its, you know, 5th and 6th leaf sort of thing. go in, I don't know. Even when the soil's pretty, well, as I said, you've got these nightly mists by the looks of it, yeah. And well, one of these flannel flower sort of things. I don't know how close I can get. But, well, I'm glad I came now. I don't really... Oh, but yeah, the scenery is just absolutely stunning. And you wait till when all this moss goes green and, you know, you get all this jelly mould and you've got some diaphanous mist just lingering in the air. You know, as I said, that'll be in 2, 3 and 4 months time as we go in the system. It's just go into the season, not system. And there might be water running down this bit here, and oh, is it dry or it's still, but yeah, it's pretty bone dry. But look, there's a flower there, and right next to it is an orchid. So, oh, more here. See, that's what I was expecting, something like that, but I wasn't expecting them to be. As I said, I came, when did I come here? It was like the second time I discovered them, and it was like towards the end of the season. They were sort of heading into dormancy sort of thing, and then I came back really early the following year, later than I am this year, and they're already like rosettes, you know. And here's the evidence to prove that I'm telling the truth. They're already, what, we're in the first week of April. You know, most of the other plants down on the plain, they're down at Tangari, they've got 6 weeks of flowers to go before they get to the rosette stage. And here's a nice one. Here's quite a substantial one of these orchids. I'll go in, I don't know how close I can go. But there's the basal leaf or something you can use for identification. As I said, I'm not an orchid expert. I said, I'm not even going to call myself a CCP expert until I can, one, match those Bradar photographs, and maybe grow a Venus flytrap with 4-inch traps. So, as I said, I think after 40 years we're getting to some sort of crossing over point. And I think I know what's going on with all these soils. It's a bit strange, but it works. Growing CEP should become extremely simple, extremely easy. So, yeah. Anyway, I think I'll take a walk across the site, go down there and back up that way. I think that'll be the best way, I think, for maybe start a new clip so the upload doesn't take so long, so you don't have to wait an extra day to get all the clips or something. Okay.